Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. If or when President Trump wants to run for Speaker of the House, and he could choose a congressional district within Florida, a conservative or Republican held area of Florida, and could easily win. Okay, or any red state, anywhere he wanted to. Or even a blue state with a conservative representative that's leaving. Anyway, he could become a congressman tomorrow. Tomorrow, he is more popular than any politician, than any president in Republican history. If you look really quickly, he still has 80 to 90% approval rating. So, He has historic ratings in terms of popularity, okay? And it hasn't taken a dent even with January, which was a horrible day, a horrible event. But you can look, he's more popular than even Reagan. And within the Republican Party, so here, Republicans used to call Reagan the best president. Now Republicans used to call Ronald Reagan the best president in U.S. history. Now it's Donald Trump. So, and this is a YouGov. Donald Trump, ranks behind Abraham Lincoln. Who was the best president in American history? Americans pick Obama, Lincoln, and Trump. So President Obama edges out Abraham Lincoln, which is interesting. But Abraham Lincoln is above Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's above FDR and Reagan. Now, you can look at this and say, what? Oh my God. This isn't a debate. This isn't a presidential, history debate. This is simply a YouGov poll showing how popular President Trump is. He's ahead of Ronald Reagan. I guess you could say Abraham Lincoln is the most popular Republican, but Donald Trump is more popular than Reagan and has an 85 to 90+% approval rating within the Republican Party. Hit subscribe to this channel. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. By the way, join the membership on this channel. You get a whole bunch of perks. It's pretty awesome. Emojis. It's fun. If you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below in the description section. The man is popular because his populist policies resonate with all Americans. Record low unemployment. He negotiated a deal to get us out of America's longest-running counterinsurgency conflict. This is more important than even climate change. Yes, you heard it. Apoplectic, morally superior liberal Democrats. Never-ending military conflict could end the planet tomorrow if you put a whole bunch of nuclear-armed nations and countries within one location, which is what President Obama got us into, and Bush before him in a much larger scale. Bush was the worst president of all time. Destabilized an entire region of the planet. President Obama continued to destabilize that same region, and President Trump got us out of, or is single-handedly reversed U.S. foreign policy. Climate change is a very important issue. You want to know what's more important? Not having a nuclear confrontation with not just Russia, other countries as well. And so you look, ladies and gentlemen, or other countries getting into it with adversaries within a tiny geographic region, within a destabilized region of the world. Anyway, he was a great president. In terms of accomplishments, he was a great president. You can look, he allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any president ever. Pandemic was not his fault. Democrats presided over the worst outcomes. Democratic governors presided over the absolute worst outcomes in terms of per capita rates and lives lost. You can look at the New York Times statistics on that. It's dominated by Democratic-run states. The per capita rates are highest in New York, New Jersey, and God bless the people of New York and New Jersey. Phil Murphy and Andrew Cuomo, who wrote a book on less leadership lessons, that says all you need to know. But Getting to the point 5 minutes in, like I usually do in my long-winded manner. McConnell and McCarthy, but mainly McConnell, in my view, will block or is preventing any notion, in my humble viewpoint only. I'll give you the link below where the Yahoo News article states that Kevin McCarthy kind of laughed it off. He wants to be Speaker. McCarthy, who is determined to take over the role himself, should Republicans take back the House, and they will, in 2022, says he responded to Trump by telling him that he'd rather him become president again instead. So McCarthy, it's not entirely clear how seriously McCarthy's taking Trump. Okay, they're not taking Trump seriously. Furthermore, the moment that Trump decides, hey, I want to become Speaker of the House and impeach Biden from Hunter's emails, which he easily could do, which would actually be an evidence-based impeachment, looking at correspondence written by corrupt people, including our beloved President Biden's son. We know that the president lied, Biden, that he lied about business meetings that he met with people whose only goal was to get in the good graces or to utilize the family influence on behalf of these people. So there's one email that says, which is the definition of quid pro quo pay-to-play schemes. That one email says, how can you use your influence on behalf of the company? This points to exactly why Trump wanted Biden investigated. You have emails that show that Biden might have done things for his son that had nothing to do with national interest. When you force out a prosecutor and then you have emails saying, hey, how can you utilize your father's influence on behalf of the company? Gee, you put two and two together, instant impeachment, and we don't even know one millionth of what all those emails are. The emails that we do have, that the New York Post reported, that that were verified by the computer store owner, computer repair shop owner. Again, is there categorical absolute proof? No, but it's a lot more circumstantial evidence than the high to moderate confidence assessment linked to a dossier purchased by Clinton. There are no conflicts of interest here. We know that President Biden's wonderful son, we know that Hunter has serious substance abuse issues, narcotics, and a whole bunch of other things. He, according to Politico, lost a firearm in a dumpster outside of a school, like a block away from a school, outside, right next to a convenience store, in the dumpster of a convenience store. We know from the computer shop owner that he just, very likely in a drunken stupor, lost a laptop full of incriminating emails that could impeach his father. Only Democrats, through social media algorithms, through Twitter blocking, through Twitter blocking the New York Post, suspending the New York Post's account, only Democrats would be able to sweep everything under the rug. The issue now is, will Republicans back Trump? And not doing so would mean a loss of the House and 8 years of Biden. If they back Trump, you look at the House being taken over. But if Trump is Speaker of the House, you look at a whole new paradigm, whole new ballgame. Another media meltdown. 4 years of a media meltdown. Okay, the Trump presidency was not chaotic. It was not polarizing. It was not tumultuous. What was chaotic, polarizing, and tumultuous was the media reaction, the fabricated, contrived, hysterical, apoplectic reaction to Trump and everything that was said about him, masquerading as journalism, which was really gossip, hearsay, innuendo, conjecture, hyperbole, and sources with knowledge say this, and that. Where are the sources with knowledge about anything to do with Biden? Okay, the media was leveled against Trump. They had the most apoplectic, hysterical meltdown of all time. They got what they wanted. Now Biden won. And now Biden's going to be president until 2024. You do need Trump. Like, Trump should tone down the rhetoric. I agree with that. But you need Trump leading the Republican Party. He is already, but you need him out front and center. And if he can do that, If he could become House Speaker, that'd be fantastic. I don't know if he will, but he should. And there should be an impeachment of President Biden immediately based on Hunter's emails. They can't type an email without incriminating themselves. McConnell and McCarthy and other Republicans will very likely, in my humble viewpoint, block or try to prevent Trump from doing this. Give me your thoughts below. And it would be a catastrophe for the Republican Party if they did. Give me your thoughts.